Hello, and thank you for joining us for this webinar on bringing more customers during festivals. These are strategies for Main Street businesses, particularly in Fountain Inn, but I think this could be applicable for any community. Let's begin. Welcome to this presentation on maximizing your foot traffic during downtown festivals. We'll explore effective strategies to attract more customers in the door of your Main Street business. Fountain Inn's downtown festivals attract very large crowds. We are expecting between 9 and 10,000 people for Aunt Het. It's usually around the same number that we'll have for the Italian festival, and I believe this about the same number for Jeepers Creepers as well. So get about 9 or 10,000 new customers, new people downtown. Some of these are repeat festival attendees, but a lot of these folks are brand new to our community, and we want to go ahead and use this opportunity for Main Street businesses to capitalize on this increased foot traffic. We want to draw them in, or we want to have them come into your stores and see all that you have to offer. Festivals create a vibrant atmosphere conducive to attracting new customers. So let's see if we have some ways that you can do that. So first of all, you want to know your audience. And in the case of a festival like some of ours, this is a captive audience. They are parking, they're walking in, and they're probably planning to spend some time. This photo here from the Italian American Heritage Festival, a great attended festival. You want to understand the demographics of these festival attendees. If these folks are coming for the Italian American Festival, they are looking for Italian food, Italian products, all things Italy. So even if you don't necessarily sell that, you can still make your storefront attractive for that festival. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a little bit. But you want to tailor your marketing efforts to appeal to the festival goers. So, for instance, for Jeepers Creepers, you want to have some holiday, Halloween type of graphics for your social media, maybe some Jeeps in there. They're giving away the little Main Street Jeeps. I will say if you're going to be giving away Jeeps, you better have the budget for it because you're going to probably need a lot of them because there are so many people that do attend that festival. Consider factors like age, interests, and especially spending habits. You want to think about those folks with that disposable income. So you want to engage with your audience and understand the demographics of the attendees. The Aunt Het Festival is probably a little bit different crowd than maybe your Jeepers Creepers crowd. Your Jeepers Creepers crowd are more of your Jeep enthusiasts, usually a little bit younger. Aunt Het covers a large, wide variety of different people, but you definitely want to tailor your marketing efforts to appeal to whichever particular festival you are marketing for. And again, consider factors like age, interest, and spending habits. You want to stand out with visual appeal. Decorate your storefront to grab that attention. If not painting on the windows, then maybe some balloons or some sort of festive streamers or pop-ups or something right in front of your store. Use eye-catching displays and signage. One of the things that we see a lot of times, and we understand you don't want 10,000 people in your bathroom, is when there's that big sign on the door that says bathrooms for customers only. Well, they might be a customer if we let them in, but they might not be a customer if they see that they're not welcome to maybe use the bathroom. But that is your personal preference. You decide whether you want to have your bathrooms open to the public. We have plenty of bathrooms over here at the chamber office for them to use. You want to incorporate those festival themes again to create that cohesive atmosphere. It would be strange to have up, Halloween themed decorations for, say, the Italian American Festival. It just does not fit, unless, of course, you have red, white, and green pumpkins. But even still, that's a spring festival. You want to be more spring themed. And same thing with our fall festivals. You wouldn't want to necessarily have spring themed items in a fall festival. So just incorporate those themes to create that cohesive atmosphere. You want to engage with the community, of course, participate in those festival activities. If you have the staff and you're able to be on Main Street, great. If not, we want to get that foot traffic inside those doors. We want to get that in your building. So maybe hosting a sidewalk sale, some demonstrations, or even some live music in your business, can also bring in that foot traffic to get them from the street inside the door. And then you want to build rapport with festival goers to encourage repeat visits. Hey, how are you doing today? Are you enjoying the festival? Is there anything we can help you find? Sometimes just a smile and a greeting can go a really long way to help people feel more at home and welcome. And then maybe even, they'll pop in afterwards, just because they remember that you had a kind smile and an engaging question for them. Leverage that social media. We've got Carolina Slim, Gary Fan in this image here. He will be at the 42nd annual Aunt Het Festival, warming up for Mac Arnold. And I am sure that he is going to use his social media platform to promote his appearance. By the same token, we'd like for you to do the same thing and to promote your business before, during, and after the festival. Share behind the scenes glimpses of maybe things that people can see if they come into your store. Maybe you have something set up specifically for the event. Maybe it's a special menu that you have on Aunt Het Day to make sure that you're getting people in and out of there. Let people know about that. Hey, folks, we have a special menu for Aunt Het to get you in and out quickly and back on that festival. And just let people know that because if you make a special and you don't let anybody know, did it really happen? So you're going to go ahead and give festival updates, maybe let them know where they can park. That's always a fun issue whenever it comes to our festivals. But do remember, we had 8,500 people at our Christmas parade. I have no idea where they parked, but obviously they got here. So they will find a way. If they want to come down and there's something exciting, they will always find a way. And then encourage that user-generated content with hashtags and contests. So maybe for your store, you have an Aunt Het themed contest, and you can encourage people to use those hashtags and just get some more traffic that way. Now there's something going on. There's a contest happening. We want to know more about this, so they may pop in during the festival to find out more information. Partnering with other businesses is another great way to get more bang for your buck. If you're working with a retailer or maybe you're a restaurant and you're working with another restaurant, collaborating with your neighboring businesses to cross promote is going to get you double the impact. So now people from your page are going to see that. People from the other business, their page are going to see that. And it's going to just create more buzz about the festival and about your businesses. Using those hashtags for the festival also is going to draw more attention to your business and get you a little bit more social media spread, if you will, just a little bit bigger reach because now you're connected to something that's already getting good reach. Offering a joint promotion or creating a festival themed shopping experience is another way to partner with other businesses, and it just strengthens that sense of community and attracts a broader audience. Maybe you want to provide convenient services. At festival time, it's a little crowded, and maybe people are used to doing business with you, and now they can't park in front of your store because they can't have access to that part of Main Street. You can offer conveniences like mobile ordering or even curbside pickup. I know of a business that was actually running some items down to the end of the street where people could go and pick it up conveniently outside of the festival zone. You want to ensure smooth transactions to accommodate the influx of customers. You may find you have a little bit of a line where maybe you have one or two people coming in occasionally. Now you have 10 people in the store, and maybe they all decide they're going to check out at the same time. I feel like that happens every time I go to the grocery store. It's empty. I go to get in line. There's 10 people in front of me. We all have the same idea at the same time. We're all going to leave at the same time, but we may have to wait a little bit. So just making sure you have enough staff on hand the day of the festival, that you have enough people there to maybe talk to your customers, upsell your customers, but also to check them out and get them back onto the street quickly. convenience for them. And then, of course, providing ample seating or rest areas for weary festival goers, whether that's right outside your store or maybe within your store. If somebody's shopping, I always like to have that man seat. I was point that out to my husband whenever we go anywhere. I say, "Oh, the man seat is right over there, honey. You can go and sit and check your phone or just relax for a little while I shop." Providing that ample seating can sometimes maybe even get a few extra sales because then they're like, "Oh no, honey, go ahead, take your time. You shop, and I'm gonna just sit here." And that lets us go ahead and shop and as long as we'd like. So that can also be helpful. Love this picture right here. You want to talk about what a transformation a business can make on Main Street. This picture right here is the location of Lily's on Main before it was Lily's on Main, and just look how it's. I mean, it's a lovely location, but it's a little drab. It's a little, a little bland. And now it just looks so beautiful. They've got their big giant spider out there for Halloween. It looks really, really good, and of course, such a beautiful addition to our Main Street. We love having them there. But when it comes to festivals, you want to collect feedback and adapt. I think that's something that all business owners need to be flexible with is to that pivot. I know that word. We're so tired of that word, but that pivot is so very important because the nature of work is changing, the nature of shopping is changing, the nature of everything is changing so rapidly. You want to gather feedback from those customers during and after the festival, especially after. The follow-up can be so important. Analyze your sales data. Take a look at from last year. What sold really well? Identify what those customers might want or might need, or what may be trending now as opposed to from last year, and see where it is that you can strengthen that. And then continuously refining your strategies for future festivals, of course, is always going to be helpful. Whatever I always like to jot down after the Aunt Het Festival, what worked, what didn't, and what we want to change for next year. And then I look at those notes when we're planning for that next festival to make sure that we are collecting that feedback and adapting and growing with our market. So you as a business owner can do that as well and just see what sold really well last year. I know our restaurants, a lot of our restaurants had special menus to get people in and out quickly. And I think that our retail can do the same thing and have very convenient grab and go type of items as well. So some of our final tips and takeaways. I know you are very, very busy running your business. You don't hardly have time to be working on your business because you're working in your business. But we just want to kind of give you a few final tips and takeaways to maximize that foot traffic during our downtown festivals is crucial for your Main Street business. By understanding your audience, of course, standing out visually, and offering appealing promotions, you can attract more customers to your business. Remember to engage with the community. Step outside if you're able. If you have the staff and you can, take a look outside and just enjoy the atmosphere. Maybe take a walk, stretch your legs, see what else is going on, and then that way you're ready to go back in and hit the rest of the day. Leverage that social media. Maybe go live. Hey, folks, we're here at our store on Main Street, and we're live at the Aunt Het Festival. Look at this beautiful crowd, and this is who's going to be playing in just a little while. We've got Mac Arnold later in the day. There's all kinds of ways that you can get more people into the festival and into your store during that festival. Seek that feedback, coordinate with your neighbors if possible, explore new techniques. Set personal goals. Maybe you had a really, really great sales day last year for Aunt Het, and this year you want to just blow it out of the water. And iterate and adapt. Again, you want to go ahead and pivot with whatever changes are coming our way because they are fast and furious. Change is constant, and it's the one thing we can always rely on and always depend on. So if you have any questions or additional suggestions, we are always here. Welcome to hear your suggestions and love to answer your questions. Do give us a moment This week, with Aunt Het coming up, we are a little busy getting everything ready for the festival, but always happy to answer your questions, and we love additional suggestions. I am actually presenting this to you from Mesh Community Solutions. That is my little side hustle. We help businesses connect in communities, whether that be with social media, web work, or maybe just some copy print. Do reach out. And of course, we are always here to be a resource. So thank you so much for attending this webinar. I hope it was helpful for your business. Again, if you have any tips or suggestions that you would like to add, we would love to hear about it and add it for the next time. Thank you and have a great day and have a happy festival season.